Okay, this is our black stripe drill that you can practice at home. It's for Camo Belt. This is a wrist escape, so we're going to start off here. We'll show it from a couple of angles at the same time. Whatever side is being grabbed, we're going to take a strong base step forward. We're going to then bring that elbow and connect it to our hip, and we're going to begin to take small steps as we inch forward, bringing our elbow as tight as we can, bringing our fist to our shoulder. Once here, we're going to power assist on top, and we're going to bring our elbow straight up as high as we can and across, breaking the grip, and then we'll create space as needed. Okay guys, give this one a shot and perfect your technique at home. Okay, this is our solo drill you can practice at home for a yellow belt, which is a vertical wrist escape. We have our hands in a vertical position, whether we're holding off someone or using it for defense. They've grabbed our wrist, so immediately we want to get to a wide base. We're going to close our fist and we're going to bring our body towards our fist so that we can tighten that bend right here. Elbow should be slightly above the attacker's arm. Now we're going to rotate our whole body across one strong motion, and if they're still hanging on a little bit, we're going to pop the elbow down. That should break the grip and allow us to escape. Okay guys, perfect your technique on this one. Okay, this is going to be our solo drill for black stripe for orange belts. We're dealing with a headlock, our standing escape here, guys. Someone's come up and they've pulled our head down and grabbed us. From here, we're going to make a strong base. Immediately here, we're going to reach across and hug the body. If we can reach the arm, that's good. We're going to create a safe hook here around the wrist that's on our neck. From here, we're going to posture our hips up as strong as we can, and we're going to slip our head out and escape this way. Perfect your technique at home. This is our second standing solo drill technique for orange belt self-defense black stripe. This is a headlock. So this time, guys, as they've grabbed us around the head here, we're not able to escape as quickly. We have our hook in, we're grabbing around the body or the bicep. We have a good wide base. So what we're going to do here is we're going to swim our back arm inside and across the front of the hip here, grabbing onto the quad or the knee line. We're going to take our foot and make sure that we've stepped behind the attacker. We're going to step right behind their heel, making a T, and this is going to allow us to sit back pretty strong, pushing off of our leg so that we can take the attacker down. From here, we're going to use our leg that's elevated, pendulum kick up, and be able to escape the technique. Okay guys, perfect your technique at home. Okay, this is going to be our ground headlock defense for orange belt black stripe, the solo drill that you guys can practice at home. So we found ourselves on the bottom in the situation, and our opponent has put a headlock around our neck. So immediately here, this arm is around the neck. Whatever side the arm is around, we're going to reach across inside the arm and we're going to pinch it nice and tight and hold it in place. Use our head to put it heavy down on the ground, holding their arm in place. We're also going to take our bottom foot here, we're going to trap over their leg and lay the knee tight and sideways. We're going to use our free hand now to pummel underneath their armpit. Now at this point, we're going to bring our bent leg, posting leg in as tight as we can, and we're going to arch our body strong as we trap and roll, following them up, being able to escape the headlock. Okay guys, have fun with this one.
Alright, this is going to be a purple belt self-defense for on the ground. The opponent is going to be on top of us in mount, choking us with two hands. We're going to take two hands underneath, grab two hands on one wrist. The same side that we grab with our hands, we're going to trap the leg on that side, pointing our knee to the direction that we're rolling. Then we're going to bring our other foot close to our butt and push off of this one. Up and over, bringing our hands to the biceps immediately. Then we can walk our way out. Alright guys, this is going to be a purple belt self-defense standing. So the opponent has come up and choked us like this. We're going to punch our arm straight up, rotate, pinching the hand in between our neck and shoulder, elbow down, side to fist, low side kick if needed.
Hey guys, this is going to be our green belt self-defense solo drill that you can practice at home against a bear hug attack. So our first bear hug attack, the bad guys come up, they've grabbed us around the waist, but our hands are free. So from this position, we want to immediately base wide and low so we have stability. We want to push our hips backward into our opponent so that they're not able to throw us around easily. From here, we're going to turn our body and lean forward, and we're going to be able to swing our inside leg back and step behind the opponent. From here, we're going to keep this arm in front of their waist and be able to hook on the opposite side of their hip or their leg. At this time, we're going to be able to step right behind their heel, turning our foot, and use this opposite leg for a little power stomp if we need it, to drive down and knock the opponent down. From here, use your leg that's elevated to pendulum kick up, quickly turn, and be able to face your opponent and escape. Okay guys, perfect your technique at home. Hey everyone, this is our bear hug drill from, if we're bear hugged in front at green belt level, this is something you can do at home, solo drill. We're going to be able to immediately, once we're grabbed, we're going to take our arms and we're going to bring them to the hips and we're going to drop, splitting into a forward stance. From here, we're able to put pressure on the hips and we're going to generate a knee strike as strong as we can so that we're able to break the grip and escape. Have fun with this one, guys. Okay, here's our solo drill for self-defense for high green belt. We're going to be dealing with doing a judo hip throw. So in this situation, the opponent's grabbed around our neck from behind, so we're immediately going to bring hooks up around the arm. We're going to take a couple of steps backwards so that we can lean low and set our hips. From here, we keep our knees close together, we keep our back as straight as we can, and we stay in the middle, in front of them, in line with our opponent. From here, we're going to explode upward onto our toes as we bring our body down and across in a bowing motion. Here, being able to execute the throw. Perfect your technique. Okay, this is our solo drill for brown belt, black stripe, that you can practice at home. We're going to be doing our judo hip throw into an arm bar. So the way we're going to have this happen is our opponents grabbed us from behind. We're going to reach up the same way we would for our judo throw. We're going to back step and bring our hips in and in line with our opponent. We're going to explode up onto the toes as we throw and execute. But we're going to be careful to hold onto their wrists with two hands. Immediately stepping our shin across their belly and stepping over the head. Once we're in this position here, we're going to sit down and we're going to pinch our knees together. We're going to bring thumb up control right across the hip here and be able to submit our opponent. Have fun with it, guys.
Right, this is going to be our self-defense for high brown on the ground. We're going to be performing a triangle on our opponent. We have our opponent in guard. We have head control and wrist control. We're going to push the wrist outside, bringing our knee inside the bicep. From there, we're going to push the hand inside, pummeling our leg around to the top shoulder, closing our legs right there, or locking our ankles. From here, we're going to take our hand at head control, grabbing our own ankle. From there, we're going to take our other leg that we haven't used yet, we're going to put on the ground or the hip, cutting an angle. From there, we're going to kick the leg around, getting our hips up off the ground, using your two hands here to pull the head in as you lock your triangle down.
Hey everyone, this is going to be our self-defense drill for high brown. Technique number 2 is a kimura from closed guard. So we found ourselves on the bottom in the fight, but we're going to have our guard closed around our opponent. From here, we're going to have head control, we're going to have arm control. We're going to move here to take their body and put their hands on the mat, so we're going to swim our hands inside. From here, we're going to use a knee pull. As we force our hands to the mat, we're going to grab a wrist. Open your ankles so that you can sit up strong, reaching over their shoulder and arm and connecting underneath to your own wrist. From here, you're immediately going to secure your guard, closing your ankles and rolling back towards their head. Make sure your top leg is controlling the posture correctly. From here, we keep their arm bent in a tight 90-degree angle, and we're going to complete the submission by bringing the hand forward, north towards the head. Have fun with it, guys. Hey guys, this is going to be our red belt self-defense solo drill that you can practice at home. Elevator hook sweep into Americana arm lock. Our starting position is going to be the guard, so we found ourselves on the bottom in the fight. Our ankles are crossed. We want to have head control and arm control to defend from strikes. From here, in order to hit us or to put pressure, our opponent steps their leg up. So whatever leg they post to stand up, we're going to open our ankles and we're going to use their leg to pivot our bodies off. The drill at home can be done like this, so we're going to pivot. Here, turning our knees so that we can bend it and tuck underneath and place our hook under their knee line. From this position here, we're gonna maintain our head control. We're gonna swim underneath to control the arm. At this point, we're gonna be able to elevate by bringing the arm and our leg north to float them. Our opposite leg here is gonna drop low to check and chop under. So be sure that we have our arm under the armpit. We have our body here controlling the head or the arm. And we're gonna take our motion here. Once we've lifted everything north, we're gonna create a scissor motion here. And our foot should land just like this, toes down. From here, we're gonna be able to bring our body into a safe position in top mount, controlling the biceps. We're gonna deliver a strike to get the opponent's hands up, and we're gonna take 2-on-1, trapping their arm by the hand and the wrist. Bring our elbow down, I'll move it in an angle so you can see here, right on the inside of their neck. From here, we're gonna be able to take our free hand, walk underneath their arm, and trap over the top of our own wrist. At this point here, we're gonna be able to bring our body down and tight, and we're gonna be able to take that arm up and across, get in the tap. Alternatively, when we've grabbed the body in position here, we can bring our head down and we can try to paint backwards as we elevate our elbow and secure a tap this way. Perfect your technique, a lot of details to this one.